So we've talked about all these different ways to approach exposure,
Hmm.
but how do you know if it's working? What are some signs that your brain is actually starting to recalibrate its threat response?
That's a great question. One important concept to understand is the habituation plateau.
Habituation plateau.
Yeah, and this is the idea that exposure isn't always about seeing a steady decrease in anxiety.
Okay.
Sometimes it's about reaching a point where the anxiety stabilizes, even with repeated exposure.
So you're not necessarily looking for the anxiety to go away completely.
Right, that plateau doesn't mean you failed. It actually indicates success.
Yeah.
It means your brain has learned to categorize that stimulus as non-threatening, even if it still registers some level of response. It's like your brain is saying, okay, I see you, but I'm not going to freak out about it anymore.
I think that's so important to emphasize
Yeah.
because it can be really discouraging if you're expecting the anxiety to just disappear.
Absolutely. Healing from trauma is a process. It's not a linear progression. There will be ups and downs, plateaus, breakthroughs. The key is to just keep going, to trust the process, and to celebrate those small victories along the way.
Yeah, I love that. Recognizing that even the smallest shifts in your anxiety levels are signs of progress.
Mm.
Being patient with yourself and celebrating those moments when you realize you're not as afraid as you used to be.